outside Cox Pavilion where the Toronto Raptors just took on the 76ers and won 97-77. You are watching Raptors Today. I'm Savanna Hamilton alongside Akil. Augustine, Akil, how impressive was Armoni Brooks? Because, you know, he had 25 points this game.
Yeah, he was a shining star, much like the sun is shining in the sky right now. You couldn't see much past him for certain stretches for the Raptors. Impressive in front of family and friends. I think it was his dad that was screaming behind me in the side, in the stands. But Armoni does what he did what he does, I should say, right? Because this is a guy that was known for shooting the ball well, and he used that shot presence to create more space and more gaps for him to shoot through. And he was kind of like the vet out there compared to some of the other guys. So he kind of knew what to expect, and he was ready to play in the environment that he was in. So Armoni Brooks is really showing like the days, the nights of work here in previous summer leagues really paying off for him this time around.
That's right, Akil. We really couldn't see past Armoni too much, but we could see a 7'1" guy on our team. His name is Christian Koloko. What did you make of his performance today?
I think he did great. Sure, like, you know, there's the fouls, and they leave a lot of extra fouls out there in this summer league so that the big guys can stay on the floor, because, like, you know, you're wasting money if you're investing all this time and energy and your big guys are fouling out in summer league. You want them to continue to play. So, yeah, that's going to be a concern for him throughout, you know, the first few years of his career, because that's one of the biggest transitions for bigs. But I loved what I saw from him, because when he got the ball in his hands, he finished. The responsibility is a lot comes on the wings and the guards to get quality passes. It was a little erratic out there with guys kind of settling in. But once the ball got into his hands, he had the ability to finish. And really, that's what the Raptors are going to ask of him at the next level.
He's definitely finding his way in the NBA. He's getting his first taste, Akil. But we got to look at some highlights to catch you guys up on the action.
Jeff Doughton, Dalano Banton, Ron Harper Jr., we know his dad, champion with the Chicago Bulls, DJ Wilson, Christian Koloko. And it's a turnover, the first possession of the game by the 76ers. Banton up top, throwing it down. The kick out and to cash it in. Armoni Brooks.
Get a chance to pick his brain. We all do. Just love having those conversations. Good job by Koloko. That's what he can do.
And now the Sixers are off and running. Brown to the bucket. That's back-to-back buckets for Philly.
Brooks is definitely one of the main guys I'm watching without the basketball.
Brooks, his third three of the first quarter. And Scotty Barnes is up, loving it. Great hands, here we go. Philadelphia. Champagnie on the break. 13-0 run, 1-point game, and that's Champagnie's first bucket. 76ers ahead by 3 as we start the second half, and Koloko right on cue, going high for the throwdown. He has 8 points. You can see it in Joe's eyes. He's on fire. The three and the free. Sixers now with their largest lead of the game. They're on an 11-0 run, and Ron Harper Jr. ends that.
They run offense through him, and he takes over. Boy, he had a phenomenal season last year.
And Banton beats the shot clock with the deep three.
He felt comfortable. I love him because he loves the game of basketball.
Absolutely, you can tell. And that conversation, and we have a 2-point game with 8 minutes to go here now as Queen nails the three. Banton attacking, leaves Brooks wide open, and that's a mistake. His 5th three of the game. Brooks to Karooks. Karooks, the Euro step. That could be breaking news, so we'll go back to Chris in a little bit. Karooks with the steal. Brooks up top to DJ Wilson with the remix. Brooks attacking again, and one. Count it. Scotty Barnes loving it. And then it was a 20-2 run by Toronto that ended this one. The Raptors come out on top, 97-77, your final score.
Akil is so bright outside, but Dalano Banton was also pretty bright as well.
Yeah, sorry. losing my composure, melting here in the sun. But Dalano Banton definitely held his own. Obviously, one of the key parts of this group with Champagny not being available, a veteran in the sense of summer league for the Raptors 905, and he did what he had to do. This is a guy that really pushes the pace, and he's a capable defender. And I think the team at times needed a stabilizing force, and along with Armoni Brooks, he provided that.
Absolutely. We're going to hear from Dalano right now.
Dalano, you've been here before, so I look at a guy like Ron Harper, probably didn't have the night he was expecting to have. What do you say to a teammate like that, who really wants to impress?
I still feel like he had a good night. Staying out there playing in his egos, playing to our pillars. Stats don't always show what you're doing, but we know what he was out there doing, staying in his gaps, playing help for us. I feel like young guy just coming in. You're not gonna have your way early, but he's a guy we seen him play in our scrimmage. He played really good, so you can't hang your head on this and just trust in the work. You'll be all right.
What sort of changed for you in the second half there? Was that more of a conscious effort to be more aggressive or to kind of attack a little bit more?
I'm kind of just trying to pick up my pace, knowing that I was playing down. And, my teammates continuing to trust me, picking me up, telling me let's go. So, when I have the trust from them, I always feel confident. So it just kicked in.
How much more comfortable do you feel here with a year under your belt kind of going through this process?
A lot more. Put in a lot of work through the year. Seeing guys like Freddie play point in front of me. Just kind of picking up things from him, picking up things from other guys on the team, and just trying to implement it here and get my reps here and get my shots. And I feel like just being able to play with a staff that trusts me and teammates that trust me, puts me in position to do well. And gladly we came out and got the dub today.
It seems like there's going to be a lot of competition for roster spots this year, just with the way things are shaking out. Is that something that's on your mind going into summer league, or are you looking specifically to show something here?
Not really. I feel like everyone's trying to, be a professional. Everyone's just trying to play here to win. If we play to our pillars, play to win games, then, we'll all shine and we'll all get the opportunity we want. So, today we did that. We shared the ball today. We got a good dub. And, we're going to continue to do so. But I'm not out here trying to just show what I can do and go crazy. No, I'm not doing that.
What's the feedback been like from the team in terms of, what they're looking for from you in terms of improvement or just, areas of focus and emphasis?
Kind of continuing just to work on my all-around game. Working with Coach Earl, Coach Rico, Coach Nate. All those guys, Coach Nick, they always just try and push me to my strengths. Play in transition, play to where I can, continuing to get stronger, continuing to work on my jump shooting. And, throughout the summer, I've been putting up a lot of shots, putting up a lot of reps, and just going to continue to trust in the work. But, we've seen guys come before me like Freddie, Pascal, a lot of guys who went through the development process with the Raptors, and, they're shining today. So, I'm going to continue to trust into them, and whatever they have planned for me, I'm going to do it with all I got.
How cool was it to see? I think you had 8 teammates courtside watching you guys. Gary had a nice little vest on. How interesting was it not interesting, what did it mean to you to have all those guys there?
A lot. Like the support from those guys is, is great for us. Just having them out there, cheering us on, and whether we're playing here or for the Raptors, it's the same love. They're never looking down, and they're always just there to support. But it's great. The organization, we're all like a family from the top to the bottom. So it's great, and that's just how we are with the Raptors. It's all family.
You mentioned Rico. What's it been like working with him?
It's been great. Older guy coming in has a lot of knowledge, has a lot of gems to give you. Early on, just pushing me, working with him, seeing what he's about early, and I'm glad to have him and continue to work with him throughout the year.
Did you know him at all before?
Yeah, I knew him a little bit.
Were you surprised by how quickly the team kind of synced up today, or did you kind of anticipate that? Because you got a lot of practices under your belt too.
No. When guys are coming in trying to play unselfish, trying to play to win games, then it makes it a lot easier for everyone. But if we're all coming out trying to play selfish, but we know the team we have, we know that guys are just looking for each other, all trying to play, all trying to make shots, and all trying to just win. So it makes it easier for us.
Yeah, you just kind of get a flow and a feel for each other. We have plenty of time to practice. We've been doing 2 a day since we got out here, so we had plenty of time to get familiar with each other, find each other's tendencies, find each other's strengths and weaknesses, and once you get out there, it's just about executing what you've been working on.
The head start of being with the Raptors for months at the end of the season, how much do you feel like that's helping you through this process here in Summer League?
Yeah, I feel like it helps you a lot because you're already familiar with how the team plays offensively and defensively. And just that sense of comfort, I guess, just being able to know that you've been around, you've been in front of people's faces that, make decisions, and, being able to just be comfortable and get that familiarity with the coaching staff is really big, I think.
Competing for roster spots on this team, I mean, there's so much competition with so many guys that have kind of shown well here, either last season or in this process. How much is that on your mind kind of going into Summer League?
I try not to think about it because, you just go out there and play, and the results will speak for themselves. If you trust your work ethic, it's going to show eventually. So, you know, I try not to put it in the back of my mind. I'm just going out there competing with my brothers, and however that happens, it just goes. And you know, you can't control everything, so you just control how you play, and the rest can handle itself.
What have been your first impressions of Ron Harper, Jr.?
No, Ron Harper's going to be, you know, he's going to be a really good player. I feel like he can shoot the ball really well. He's a big body, so he can guard multiple positions, 1 through 4, and even a smaller 5. You know, he got to, you know, obviously, you know, got to work on some things, but we all do. But he's really good. That was my first time seeing him play in practices, so I'm really excited to see him grow.
What's the feedback been like from the team, like to you, in terms of what they're looking for you to show off here in the next few weeks?
Yeah, just to play hard, you know, show a lot of energy and be aggressive. Those are the biggest things I would say. And, you know, those are just trying to be my focus going into each practice, you know, each game. And just lock in on those things, and the results, again, will speak for themselves.
Yeah, look, it's been a long time since I coached in America, but it was good to get out there and be a little bit aggressive in the fourth quarter with some traps and full court pressures. And the guys did really well at playing that level. I think just the first game, you never know what you're going to get first game to get into some rhythm out there. But look, he's a hooper. He's a very smart player. I thought he got better as the game went on, and hopefully he can carry that to the next game.
Do you have an update on Justin's thumb?
Yeah, look, he injured it at practice, so we're really just waiting for the evaluation now and see where it's at, and more of a precaution to make sure it's okay before he can go any further.
You just heard from head coach Trevor Gleeson about Justin Champagne's thumb. We'll keep you up to date about what happens there. But for now, you could catch the next game on Tuesday at 2 p.m. local time, 5 p.m. Eastern time. From myself, Savanna, Akil, Jake, Rob, and Luke, thank you for watching another episode of Raptors Today.